My name is Basia Krol. I'm a painter. I live in Galesburg. I'm originally from Poland. But I first came to Galesburg on an international artist residency program, Studios Midwest, which we still have in Galesburg. Yes, I studied painting at Warsaw Academy of Fine Arts with Professor Raymond Zielski. He's a famous name in Polish 60s abstractionist, and color and expression was always very important. Well, I am always focusing on the abstract aspect of what I'm painting. So I can actually consider them abstractions to just also happen to be paintings, but my focus is really on light, on spatial relations, on interlocking planes. For example, with reflections in water, you have that a lot because you have the plane of the reflection, and then another space that is reflecting, and then stuff that you can see through the water. It's actually all pretty abstract when you think about it. It's whatever captures my attention. All these paintings are based in experience, my personal experience of the place, of the space that I encounter when I hike. So I love hiking, and I already am in this nice, relaxed, meditative state of mind, and my senses are a little heightened, and I can really relate to nature, and my attention is just so much more tuned in to landscape, and just some little thing will capture me, and I'm thinking, I can make a painting of that. But it's not going to be, when I take a snapshot of it, whatever I saw there, it's not going to be that snapshot. So I always try to, in a sense, meditate on space, actual space-time that I'm in, there, to make more of a mental note of it, to get a really conscious memory of it. And then the snapshot is, of course, supplemental to how I then use it for the painting. I try not to just rely on the photo. And this is also why I refuse to work from other reference, from pictures that other people take, or pictures I can find on internet, because it's just not going to be the same. I'm not sure, because sometimes I'm not even sure if I actually got there until the next day. One of my professors used to say that when you're not sure, just turn it around and just don't look at it for a while, let the painting paint itself. And sometimes the paintings do that. Like there is some process that is still happening, especially if you use very painterly techniques where things can still drip or shift a little bit or shine through. But there's also the painting that you have in mind, that you are thinking about. It's painting itself in your brain as you are not looking at it. And then you actually, because when you're working, you're so engaged in it, and you lose perspective. And you have this image in your mind which you think you need it to be, but sometimes the art just does what it does, and maybe something completely different comes out than what you initially thought would be. Yes, or sometimes I'll pull it out and I decide this is actually much better than I remembered it. It actually did happen. And it will be just like one tiny little detail, and it's really important not to overdo it. Just step away, put that paintbrush down, take the win, and just don't mess with it anymore. Because it's kind of, there is this strange force that kind of goes through artists, that is not all decisions are conscious that you're making it, and you have to trust the process to some degree. And not what you thought you wanted, but what actually happened is something's better. I know people sometimes tell me that, oh, you're just an impressionist. Well, I am trying really hard not to just be an impressionist, because there is so much more, So, but I am taking from that tradition, but I also take from abstraction, and mm, also like as far back as the masters like Rubens and Velasquez, and how they treated color, how they treated texture, how they treated gesture. There's a lot of very intuitive gesture in Velasquez, for example, that I absolutely adore. So it's more than that, and then yes, and I love the paint, and I love what paint does, and I but kind of going with the flow and not fighting it too much. It does something new. Like it's important to just do your own thing, basically, and let that kind of go through you, and not fight it, not try to make it into something. You just have to tap into the most genuine expression you can find within yourself and stick with it.